Good day, Mom. My name is Tremaine Lagroma, and today I'm going to discuss about the cognitive stylistic at work. This unit offers an opportunity to apply a number of constructs developed across this strand to different types of literary texts. Although no more than a snapshot of the range of methods currently available in the cognitive poetics, it should nonetheless signal the type of direction such as analysis might take. A more comprehensive analysis is provided in the reading that accompanies this unit, where Margaret Freeman explores from the cognitive stylistic perspective a special kind of grammatical pattern in the poems of Emily Dickinson. I'm going to define first what is cognitive stylistics. This means an advanced field on the crossroads of linguistics, cognitive science, and literary studies that presupposes the integration of linguistic analysis with cognitive theories. Also, cognitive stylistics approach is suitable to explain the linguistic construction of worldview in the text. For instance, Richard Slate, The Foundation of Cognitive Stylistic. It was from cognitive psychology that Richards drew upon a built-in theory of literature and interpretation, which in itself prefigured cognitive stylistics. Cognitive stylistics is a branch of linguistics that focuses on the cognitive processes involved in the production and interpretation of text. In addition, it examines how language is used to convey meaning and how readers or listeners make sense of that meaning. In other words, cognitive stylistics looks at how our minds work when we read or hear language. Our way cognitive stylistic is applied in workplace is through the analysis of dialogue. So dialogue is a fundamental aspect of communication in many professional settings, such as meetings, negotiations, and customer interactions. So, by studying the cognitive processes involved in dialogue, we can gain insights into how language is used to achieve specific goals and how meaning is constructed and interpreted in real-life interactions. For example, consider a dialogue between a customer service representative and a dissatisfied customer. So here, the customer: I am very unhappy with the service I received. I have been waiting for over an hour to speak to someone about my issue. Then the customer service representative replied, I apologize for the long wait time. Can you please provide me with your account number so I can look into your issue? In this dialogue, the customer expresses dissatisfaction with the service they receive, while the customer service representative acknowledges the issue and offers a solution. By analyzing this dialogue from cognitive stylistic perspective, we can examine how the participants use language to convey their interactions, emotions, and goals. We can also look at how the participants interpret each other's utterance and adjust their responses accordingly. From an academic standpoint, cognitive stylistics provide a framework for understanding and the complex cognitive processes involved in language use. By studying dialogue in the workplace, we can gain insight into how language is used to achieve specific communicative goals and how meaning is negotiated and interpreted in real-life interaction. This knowledge can be applied to improve communication strategies, enhance customer satisfaction, and foster more effective workplace interactions. Next, the objective of cognitive stylistics. Number 1, supplement the existing methods of analysis and text. Number 2, links between human mind and the process of reading. Here are the principles of cognitive stylistics according to Stockwell 2002. Number 1, language is not a separate part of human experience, but is fundamental to do it. Language is therefore natural in origin, rather than artificial or technological or part of culture. These aspects emerge interconnectedly. Number 2, language is embodied in the sense that much of it is dependent on the fact that we all basically share the same human shape, condition, and experience. So it is not surprising when we see common metaphors or other language structures across the world's language. Number 3, language is built on and adapts our other perceptual faculties, such as sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, and our sense of physical space and movement. There is no separate language module in the brain. Patterns in language are thus continuous with these other aspects of experience. Next is, what is schema theory? All experiences are stored in the memory and human mind activities and draws upon this memory in the process of understanding new experiences or data. Also, for the purpose of interpretation, the human mind actively constructs various types of cognitive representations such as codes, pictures, meaning, structured set of elements that interpret linguistic input, according to Grasser et al. 1997. The following two extracts from Stephen Verkoop's play Greek. The extracts are separated by around 40 lines dialogue, which include interaction between characters other than the two featured here. Example, at the cafe, chorus of kitchen cafe menu sounds and phrases. Eddie, 1 coffee please and croissant and butter. Waitress, right? Cream? Eddie, please. Eddie replied, where's my fucking coffee? I've nearly finished this cheesecake and then my whole purpose in life at this particular moment will be lost. I'll be drinking hot coffee with nothing to wash it down with. Then the waitress replied, here you are. Sorry, I forgot you. Eddie, about fucking time. Waitress, oh, shut your mouth, you complaining heap of rat shit. The two extracts from Stephen Verkoop's highlight the theme of frustration and dissatisfaction in everyday life. In the first extracts, Eddie is shown ordering a coffee and croissant at a cafe, only to met with delays and forgetfulness from the waitress. Eddie's impatience and annoyance at the situation are evident as he expresses his frustration at not receiving his coffee in a timely manner. The interaction between Eddie and the waitress also reveals a sense of tension and conflict, with the waitress responding harshly to Eddie's complaints. The interaction between Eddie and the waitress revealed the tensions that can arise in everyday situations. as well as the ways in which individuals cope with and express their frustration. Through these exchanges, Virkhoff effectively captures the complexity of human emotions and the ways in which individuals navigate the challenges of daily life. Next, text world theory. These driven phrases whereby linguistic cues activate relevant general or specific knowledge upon which further inferences about the parameters of the text world space may be drawn. So this one. You might pick up a young widow here, men like that. Love among the tombstones, spice of pleasure. In the midst of death, we are in life. Both ends meet. Tantalizing for the poor dead. A smell of frilled beefsteaks to the starving, knowing their vitals. Desire to Greek people. Molly wanted to do it and the window 8 children he has anyway. The passage from Joyce, presented above, is a prime example of a stream of consciousness writing, a narrative technique that aims to capture the flow of thoughts and feelings of a character in a continuous and unbroken stream. This style of writing can often be dense and challenging for readers as it lacks traditional narrative structure and can jump between different ideas and perspectives without warning. Analyzing and interpreting a passage like this requires a careful and thoughtful approach, as it is not always immediately clear with what the author is trying to convey. By applying the concepts of text worlds and narrative comprehension to this passage, readers can begin to unravel its complexities and uncover the deeper meanings that lie beneath the surface. This second activity, while undoubtedly more challenging than the first, offers readers the opportunity to engage with the text in more meaningful and profound way, and to appreciate the artistry and complexity of Joyce's writing. Next, here is the text again, now in a list format. You might pick up a young widow here. Men like that. Love among the tombstone. Romeo. Spice of pleasure. In the midst of death, we are in life. Both ends meet. Tantalizing for the poor dead. A smell of frilled beefsteaks to the starving, knowing their vitals. Desire to Greek people. Molly wanted to do it at the window. 8 children he has anyway. At the first stage in a cognitive unpacking of the multiple sub-roads of the text provided, it is important to break down the individual lines into smaller units to easier annotation. Each line in the text presents a different aspects of the sub-road being described. This process of cognitive unpacking allows us to explore the various sub-worlds within the text and gain a better understanding of its themes and messages. In conclusion, cognitive stylistic is a branch of linguistics that focuses on the cognitive processes involved the production and comprehension of literary texts. The main goal of cognitive stylistics at work is to understand how readers engage with the interpret text and how the stylistic choices made by authors influence in this process. One of the key aspects of cognitive stylistic is the study of how readers construct mental representation of text. This involves looking at how readers use their knowledge of language, culture, and the world to make sense of the text. For example, readers may draw on their knowledge of grammar and syntax to understand the structure of a text, or their knowledge of literary conventions to interpret a metaphor or allusion. Another example. Waiter, good evening. Welcome to our restaurant. How may I assist you today? Customer replied, hello, thank you. I would like to start with a Kaiser salad, followed by the grilled salmon for my main course. Waiter replied, excellent choice. Would you like any drinks to accompany your meal? Customer, yes, I'll have a glass of Chardonnay, please. Waiter, of course. And for dessert? Customer, I think I'll fast on dessert tonight. Thank you. Waiter, very well. I will have your order placed right away. Enjoy your meal. Customer, thank you. In the above dialogue, we can see an example of cognitive stylistic at work in a restaurant setting. Cognitive stylistics is the study of how language is used to convey meaning and create mental representations in the mind of the reader or listener. In this dialogue, we can see how the waiter uses language to guide the customer through the menu options and take their order. Also, the waiter begins by greeting the customer and asking how they can assist, setting a polite welcoming tone for the interaction. The customer then expresses their preferences for the meal, and the waiter responds for confirming the choices and offering suggestions for drinks to accompany the meal. This back and forth exchange demonstrates how language is used to convey information and make decisions in restaurant setting. Also, the dialogue showcases the use of politeness strategies, such as using please and thank you to create a positive and respectful interaction between the waiter and the customer. By using these linguistics markers, the waiter is able to establish a rapport with the customer and make them feel valued and appreciated. So, as the overall, this dialogue exemplifies how cognitive stylistics can be applied in everyday interactions, such as ordering food in a restaurant. By paying attention to the language used and the way it shapes the conversation, we can gain a better understanding of how communication works and how is constructed through language. The key aspects of cognitive stylistic is the idea that language is not just a tool for communication, but also a means of shaping our thoughts and perceptions. According to a cognitive stylistics, language is not neutral medium through which we convey information, but rather a powerful force that influences the way we think and feel. It examines the way in which writers use language to convey their thoughts and feelings, and how readers interpret and respond to this linguistic use. By analyzing the cognitive processes involved in reading and writing, cognitive stylistics seeks to uncover the underlying mechanisms that shape our understanding of literary texts. Writers can create a rich tapestry of images and engage readers' imaginations and emotions. In addition, cognitive stylistics seeks to understand how these mental images are created and how they contribute to the overall meaning of the text. Another important aspect of cognitive stylistic is the concept of cognitive schemata. Schemata are mental frameworks or structures that help us make sense of the world around us. In the context of literature, cognitive schemata refer to the mental models of templates that readers use to interpret and understand a text. These schemata are shaped by the past experiences, cultural background, and personal beliefs, and they play a crucial role in how we make sense of a literary work.